I thought tonight very good from the boys. Having scored 3 goals at home against a very good opponent in Seattle, it's just showed a true testament for what we've been doing over the past 3 weeks. And coming out tonight, we know it's going to be a hard game, especially going to Kansas City in a tough environment, the weather and all that stuff playing a factor, and coming back home, and not letting down. I thought we did a fantastic job tonight. We scored 3 goals. We had a shutout, which is not a good thing for us. So overall, very good from the group.
Coach, this is the first official win for Freddie. How good does it feel just for the whole team to kind of get that one for him?
Yeah, look, Freddie was officially named as an interim head coach, but going back 2 to 3 games when we played in Dallas, Freddie stepped in and we did the job there. So coming back home and he has the interim title there, and knowing that he's the guy that's at the helm right now and getting a win for him, I think it's fantastic. The group mentality has been the same. We just want to make sure that we go out and we play good football, and the guys have been embracing it and running with it, and so we're just going to continue and keep the momentum.
Tyrone, is it fair to assume now, under Freddie and yourself, that possession is going to be a big part of what Real Salt Lake do moving forward?
I think so. I think it's going to be a big, huge part of what we're doing. Like you see tonight, this having the ball, let the opponent work, and eventually they're going to tire down, especially at home. And I think that's a big factor coming into altitude. You can see on the second goal, I thought it was when Corey got it and ran at the back line, and played it over to Albert. That's what we want. We want to wear them down, so come the second half, we can create our chances, and I know we'll get them. So for sure, the possession is going to be huge for us.
They were maybe surprising to me. They were willing to concede so much possession to you guys in that first half. We really weren't pressuring you that much. Did that surprise you guys that they let you have so much of the ball, or did you kind of expect that you'd be on the ball a lot tonight?
Yeah, we expected that. Just from all of their communication, all of the talk all week, coming out of their camp, they're coming in, going to sit back and try to counterattack us. So we knew we were going to have a lot of possession. That's why we're creating that line of 3 a lot of times with Dami dropping in, or Albert or Everton, just to create that overload when they had the 2 up top with Silver and Rudy Diaz, because they were going to press out of there. So by us dropping that extra guy in, we'll create that possession, create the overload, and guys were moving. Our rotation was very good, and again, they were conceding that possession, hoping we can make a turnover and they can counter with it. So I thought the boys did fantastic again, just to maintain that possession and getting a goal out of it. I think that helped.
It seems like the last few weeks, there's been kind of goals coming from all over the place. Tonight's an example with 3 goals from 3 different people. What has been the difference in just the past few weeks with that?
I think everyone is starting to step up and knowing that we're counting on everyone. I think in the past when Sam was healthy, I thought Sam being our number 9, we were trying to feed him as much as possible. But now that Sam was out, we're looking to other guys to step up and score. And so it's great that Corey stepped up the last game, scored 2. He came and scored again tonight. But Sam, Albert, so it just shows that everyone's contributing and they're working and looking for each other. That's the key. Everyone's looking for each other. And when you have a team that's unselfish, man, there's a good potential that you're going to see a lot more goals from a lot more people.
Tyrone, what did you make of the movement from the attacking third players tonight? It seemed like Rusnak got on the ball a fair bit, Demir got on the ball a fair bit in space.
Yeah, I thought they were moving in between the line was very good, especially early on. Albert coming back in when he didn't get a chance to touch the ball. Demir, I didn't think we were finding Sam as much earlier. He was making some fantastic runs along the back line, but we weren't, picking up our head and finding it because we had so much of the possession. So we're just trying to keep it and let them run. But I thought those guys, Albert and Dami, once they get on the ball, those are our playmakers. We want those guys to make those final passes. So it was good for them to get on the ball and touch it and, just see who else was going to run off of it. So it's always good to have those guys.
How do you expect to manage? It seemed like tonight was a very strong starting 11, possibly the strongest. How do you expect to manage tired legs as you host probably the best team in MLS right now at the weekend?
Well, we'll see what the recovery is. Tonight, again, we couldn't afford to go to Kansas City, played such a fantastic game, such a great game, and not come back here and get a result. So we were going to put out the best lineup that we could, to make sure the guys, get a result. So again, once you win, guys recover quicker. So we'll see tomorrow when the guys come in to do the rehab to see who's feeling, how they're feeling with their knocks, and then we'll go from there. But there's all the guys who are going to step up. Bofo is going to be ready. Brooks is going to be ready. Joao, all those guys. Marcelo, so everyone is going to step up. Next man up, and we'll see if we continue on this rhythm.
How big of an opportunity is it this weekend against LAFC?
I'm sorry, say that again?
How big is the opportunity this weekend with the first place team coming into town and you guys on a good momentum?
Yeah, I think this is a good point to catch them. We're playing well. They're coming in also. They've been fantastic all year. So it's good for us to catch them on a rhythm like this that we're in. I think the boys are going to be full of confidence, and that's what you want, especially playing against a top team. I know we're gonna rise our level to that standard as well, and then we'll see what happens when the ball rolls out.
Tyrone, you mentioned the defense, and obviously that shutout is kind of the ultimate goal, the ultimate reward for that defense. But this is the second time in a couple weeks I think you've held the other team without even a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Just what's clicking with not just the back four, but the rotation and the guys directly in front of them and all that? What's clicking so well to where they're able to just shut down everything so much?
I think everyone's working for each other. We're getting behind the ball. We're trying to get in the passing lanes. And I think that's been the attitude here over the past 4 to 5 games. I think we went through a stretch where we didn't give up a goal in like 3 or 4 games. I think they scored, but not from the run of play. It was like set pieces and so on and so forth, but not the run of play. So, as defenders, you appreciate that. I think the goalkeeper as well. But the rhythm that we've been in lately, everyone just trying to prevent goals from going in. Because look, if they don't score goals, there's a good opportunity you're going to get a result. And I think that's been a mentality as well. Don't give up goals, we'll get results.
Considering the season has seemed kind of up and down, like early there was like the red card stuff, and then difficult, whatever, and then with Mike, and just now you guys are like in the top 4 of the Western Conference. I mean, is that just because of rhythm, or like what do you attribute like that to, considering that the season's been so up and down?
Well, if you can see over the last 3 seasons, we've always been a good second half team, and I think. Obviously we've gone through our trials and tribulation in the first half. We're, like you're saying, red cards and, losing in San Jose in the last minute, stuff like that, getting 2 red cards in D.C. and going on 5-0. So I think we have learned. We'll become a little bit more resilient. And I think it started to show a bit now that we've learned, or got our hard knock, so to speak, and now we're understanding what it takes to get results. And I think that's what you're seeing on the field. Guys are understanding what they need to do to get results, and getting everybody behind the ball, and getting guys up forward, being unselfish, and that's what's been doing so far, and that's what's been working.